joining us for news on What's Up Caribbean for Wednesday, April 8th, 2015. Coming up in this edition, the stage is set for CARICOM talks with U.S. President Barack Obama. Stop importing produce that are available in the country. The Barbados Agricultural Society head calls for this issue to be addressed. And Caracas mayor indicted for plotting violence against Venezuela's government. We'll be back with these and other regional developments, plus a look at sports after the break.
Hey, check it out.
When it gets cold, feels like the end. There's no place to go, you know I won't give in. No, I won't give in. Keep holding on, 'cause you know we'll make it through.
In the news, competitiveness, energy and security will be the focus of the highly anticipated summit between the heads of government of the Caribbean Community CARICOM and the President of the United States of America, Barack Obama. The event takes place tomorrow, April 9th in Kingston, Jamaica. Co-chaired by Chairman of CARICOM, Perry Christie, Prime Minister of the Bahamas, and President Obama. The encounter follows on the heels of another high-level engagement between Caribbean leaders and the U.S. Vice President Joe Biden late January in Washington, D.C. at the Caribbean Energy Security Summit. Both co-chairs are expected to address a short opening session. Thursday's meeting will be the third time that CARICOM leaders have met with President Obama, a release from the CARICOM said yesterday. Previous meetings had taken place in the margins of the Summit of the Americas in Trinidad and Tobago in 2009 and Colombia in 2012. The Barbados Agricultural Society, the BAS, is taken back and concerned that while farmers in Barbados has produced, the same foods are being imported into the country. Chief Executive Officer James Paul says that while farmers are planting considerable amounts of cabbage and they cannot get them marketed, the said produce is being imported, a practice he said should not be tolerated and allowed. He spoke to the media during a press conference yesterday.
Right now, we have a situation where farmers are planting considerable amounts of cabbage. The problem is that they cannot get them marketed. At the same time, we have a situation where we are observing that there are considerable quantities of imported cabbage on the market. It is alleged that some of this cabbage that is being sold on the local market was brought in for the purposes of the school music program. And what is happening is that there's a leakage of the cabbage that was brought in by that importer onto the local market. The consequence though really is this, that in a sense the normal duty that should be charged on that cabbage when it is imported is not being charged. That in itself sounds alarm bells for the industry.
That was Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul. Prosecutors in Venezuela have formally charged Caracas mayor and opposition politician Antonio Ledesma with staging a U.S.-funded attempted coup against President Nicolas Maduro. The charge comes as Maduro, an elected socialist, heads to a regional leaders summit in Panama Friday, at which President Barack Obama is to meet with Maduro's key political ally, Cuban President Raul Castro. Caracas Chief Prosecutor Jose Luis Orta charged Ledesma, age 59, with conspiracy and plotting with the as yet named individuals and requested that he not be set free, an office statement said. The United States dismissed the claims as baseless and false and has condemned his arrest. Finally in the news, the proposed Banking Act is unconstitutional, unlawful and will deprive Antigua and Barbuda of untold sums in license fees. A team of bankers, financial experts and trade unionists who reviewed the law have said. The experts highlight Section 9 of a 151-page document, the Banking Act, which directs all license fees paid under this act shall be payable to the central bank. They question, why would the government give up the revenue which is now being enjoyed by the state. Banks pay approximately $60,000 annually to operate in Antigua. The figure may be different for other financial institutions. If the act is passed in its current form, banks will have to pay no less than $20 million to set up shop in that country, a requirement strongly opposed by those in the banking sector. Don't go away, we'll be back with your sporting segment. In sport, Jamaica's junior athletes amassed 85 medals at the 44th staging of the championship's annual Carifta Games, which was held at the newly renamed Kim Collins Stadium in Basse-Terre, St. Kitts. The Jamaicans won 41 gold, 25 silver and 19 bronze medals, the 31st straight time they have topped the table, and their second best ever haul since the schedule moved to 66 events, and just shy of the record 89 medals won last year in Fort-de-France, Martinique. The Bahamas finished second on the table with 31 medals, 8 gold, 13 silver and 10 bronze. Barbados were next with 7 gold, 4 silver and 5 bronze. Trinidad and Tobago were fourth with 6 gold medals, 8 silver and 8 bronze. And Grenada won a gold, 3 silver and 4 bronze to complete the top 5. 19 of the 25 countries that took part won at least 1 medal, while 8 countries won at least a gold medal. That was a look at sports. Up next, a recap of the headlines.
Hey, check it out.
When it gets cold, feels like the end. There's no place to go, you know I won't give in. No, I won't give in.
Looking back at the top stories making news, the stage is set for CARICOM talks with U.S. President Barack Obama that takes place in Jamaica tomorrow. Stop importing produce that are available in the country. The Barbados Agricultural Society had called for this issue to be addressed, and Caracas mayor indicted for plotting violence against Venezuela's government. For the latest in news, sports and other regional developments, log on to whatsapcaribbean.com, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This was a Caribbean production. Thanks for joining us.